It's Devin Wigley back at the 423 Z Street house, looking better as ever. I love being here. Great to see all my Youth Build alumni, and it's just great to see our finished product finally. I mean, from the paint to the roof, from the carpet to the tile, everything looks amazing in there. I love to see it, and I love to see all my friends out here, and it's great.
Okay, I'm really excited to see this. Me and my daughter were just inside, and she was like, I don't even know, just really excited to see what we did. She was actually here with us one day, helping in the backyard. And for her to see us and the finished work that we did is just really wonderful, and it's really spectacular to see everybody who helped out, and the way it turned out is really nice.
Yeah.
The last time I was here, we were finishing up and doing the yards and finishing up the last bit of painting on the outside, and now everything is completed. There are floors, there's paint on the inside, there are walls up. It's a house again. Somebody could live here and have an absolutely amazing life here. This is awesome that we had the opportunity to give this to somebody that needed it.
So glad to see such a huge crowd today. I know Ron, where's Ron? Where's Ronnie? There he is back there. Ron Stewart's our property manager. So he's going to be the one who's taken over this project now. Now that Matt and Youth Build and all our other volunteers have made it happen, Ron gets to manage the property. And he was saying, I didn't know so many people were going to be here today. I didn't either, but I shouldn't be surprised because really this was a huge community project, and every one of you folks that are here today were part of making this happen. I want to thank you for what you did and for being here today to help us celebrate everything that went into making this project so successful. It's been a long haul. You know, we got this donated from Wells Fargo in 2014 with help from Mayor Komet and his staff at the city of Tumwater. They kind of put a little pressure on Wells Fargo, said, you know, let's get rid of this nasty house in our neighborhood and do something good with it. And we were lucky because we already had a great relationship with Youth Build because they had been working on a lot of our projects. And for those of you who don't know Youth Build, where are all our Youth Build students? Woohoo! So, yay, thank you. They had a nasty mess to deal with when they got here. It was horrible. And they really did all the dirty work. So Youth Build helps folks who are no longer in school. They get them re-engaged with their education. So they end up with their GED or their diploma and skills that they can use, building skills. So those folks who worked on this project, actually everything you see here, they did. They stripped it down to the studs. They took the roof off. They did all kinds of amazing things to make this house what it is today. We also had a lot of other participants in this project. The cabinets in the kitchen, did you see those? I looked at those and went, oh, I'd like those in my house. Those are by Trevana, cabinets by Trevana. So they gave us a really great deal to put in some nice cabinets in here. I mentioned the city of Tumwater. Dandelion Gardens helped us do all this landscaping. In fact, she even ran in this week and went, you need more plants. And went to Costco and bought plants and put in more plants because it didn't look pretty enough. Home Depot gave us a grant to buy some of the building materials that we needed. The Lacey Rotary and the Olympia Rotary both gave us donations to put towards this house. Susan Lawson and Bob Swanson, raise your hands, yay! They gave us a personal donation to make this house happen as well. Thank you so much. Thurston County's been a part of it. Wells Fargo, Youth Build, who else? WSECU, where are you guys? Raise your hands. Woohoo! They came in and they helped. They did the painting on the outside, the final paint job that needed to happen. Because honestly, it looked okay, but until you get that final paint job done, it doesn't look quite right.
Actually, Mayor Komet.
Oh yes, that's true. He did the first. That's right. He was here with the first round of paint. RP6, Rally Point 6, helped connect us with our new tenant who is signing her lease on Friday and moving in this weekend. So we're really excited about that. Monica and her 3 kids are going to have a really nice home to live in, and because of all of you. So I want to, again, thank you all and give Mayor Komet a few moments to talk. And I also want to introduce, I made him stand up here. This is Russ. He's our board president, and he's been really supportive This was kind of out of the ordinary project for Homes First, but we sure hope that we get to do more of these because this was a great partnership and we want to make more things like this happen. So here's Mayor Kmet.
Thank you, Trudy. Thanks for everyone for coming. Someone asked, well, how did this get started? And I'll just say it started with a complaint from the neighborhood. We had a house here that was really run down, and I can't remember if we actually had squatters inside the house or not. But there's a number of these houses throughout Tumwater, but this one in particular. So we figured, well, okay, so what do we do about that? How do we go about addressing that concern? And the violation that we were able to find was a fire code violation. And so Chief John Carpenter, which is Chief, where are you? There he is, back there with a hat on, was very diligent in following up on that and tracking down with other staff who actually held the mortgage to the property, which frankly is not always easy to figure out because mortgages are bought and sold and traded. But we finally figured out that Wells Fargo had the mortgage on the place and started asking them to clean it up. And I think they saw that it was a big liability for them. And at that time, I think just about that time, Trudy came and made a presentation to the council about the work Homes First was doing. And it just seemed like things just sort of came together, and one thing led to another, and the house ended up being donated by Wells Fargo through the city to Homes First, and then the work really began at that point. And this house was in very rough shape. Had to basically take it down to the studs and totally redo it. The yard obviously it still needs some work, but it was in pretty rough shape. And so all those things came together to create this place, which is, so if you think about it, we've solved the neighborhood nuisance problem. We've created a great place for someone to live, a new affordable housing unit, and got rid of a liability for the bank in the process. So I think it's a win-win-win all around. I'll just add that we're also doing we're going to be doing some pedestrian and bicycle improvements on Elm Street here in the not too distant future. We got a grant, state grant, through the Safe Walk to School program. So we'll be putting in some better sidewalks and bike lanes to help connect this neighborhood to Peter G. Schmidt Elementary, which is in a major remodel. They're also doing frontage improvements as well. So it really makes, this is a great neighborhood to raise a family. You're within walking distance of an elementary school. Unfortunately, the middle school's on the other side of the airport, but the high school is just down the road here. So all around, it's just a great place to have a project like this happen. And we couldn't be more pleased that it all happened. So thank you for all of you that helped. I know it took a lot of folks to make this happen, and we really appreciate all the help everyone did to make this happen. Thank you all.
I wanted to take a moment too and just introduce Terry Fuller, who is Miss Veteran USA. And she was also integral in helping us connect with a veteran who could move into this home. So I just wanted to give you a moment because I didn't even know there was a Miss Veteran USA program until I met you. So
Doing our job then. So it's a great day to be here. It's a great day to live in Thurston County. I travel all over the United States, but I am a resident of Thurston County, Washington. And to do something so close to home and connect to a sister veteran is just remarkable in itself. And of today, I've met 3 other women veterans that are here in the crowd. So we are out and amongst you, and that's what Miss Veteran America is really all about. We've been around for 5 years, and it's to showcase who we are outside of the uniform. That we're not just the military service member that you see, but we are mothers, daughters, sisters, wives, friends, community leaders, and community changers. And so that's what Miss Veteran America is all about. The part 2 of that is we get to be the spokesperson for Final Salute, Inc. And Final Salute houses provides safe and suitable housing for homeless female veterans and their children. So in 2011 was the first time our country collected data on women veterans who are homeless. Since that time, we have found out that we are the fastest growing homeless population in our country. And really, it takes a community to stop that, to change the course that we're on. And so today, this is a prime example of what it means to come together as a community, do a fantastic project, give back to the youth of our community, and then also give back to a veteran who selflessly served. So with that, we also get to, on Monday, we'll be providing a house full of furniture for Monica through a furniture. Yeah. It's amazing, like how everything the mayor said, how everything just kind of fell together for the housing project. It just all kind of fell together for our veteran too. So I reached out to Cynthia at Rally Point 6, was connected with Monica. She was the 7th woman veteran that I was connected with that fit all the requirements for the house that we were looking for. And then from there, it just kind of took off. So Timothy team here in Tumwater is actually providing all of the housing, the furniture for the housing. And that was a connection through church. So it's just like little seeds along the way, and it just all worked out beautifully. I was a single mom for 7 years, so I know how challenging it can be. And I also have 3 children. So Monica not only is a sister veteran, an Army sister veteran, she's also a single mom with 3 kids. I totally can connect to her. And I think if we look around at our community, we can connect with her too. So this is really special. So I just want to, in good military fashion, we always end with like a challenge, like I impose some wisdom on you and then want you to do better, right? So this right here, if this is the first time you've been connected at helping somebody else or giving back to your community, like we are the ones who will make the change where we live. So don't let this be the only time that you give back to your community or you help somebody else that may need it. Because one day you might need it, and it's just called paying it forward and doing, it just is a cycle. And we can make the change and we could be the good in our community when we really need it right now in America.
That's good. And I just wanted to give Cynthia Ellis with Rally Point 6 a moment to talk as well, because this is another organization. It's amazing when you start connecting with nonprofits in the community, how many different groups there are out there who are all working together to try to make our community a better place. So I just want to give Cynthia a couple of minutes to talk about Rally Point 6 and introduce you.
Good afternoon. My name is Cynthia. I also am a Navy veteran. I work with Rally Point 6 on a Scout Fellowship program. It helps us with professional development and connecting into the community also. As far as Monica's journey, she found us, she came to us looking for help with her furthering her education and employment. And I thought it was amazing as a single mom with 3 children that she was going to be looking for her master's degree as her next step. And later, after completing our action plan, we found that she was needing housing. And through the action plan, it's a personalized program to lead towards their goals in the community. And once we figured out with the housing situation, we came up on all the requirements and the income requirements, and then being able to find a good house that could fit her and her family was another struggle. And then when Carrie contacted us, it made me think about my client, Monica, and the fact that she really needed a new home for her children. And she was a perfect fit. Carrie facilitating through Final Salute, she facilitated all the moving costs and connected with Homes First to get this house to our client. And we're very excited to have been a part of this. For those of you who don't know about Rally Point 6, our mission is guiding some service members and their families to their next objective in the community. And we try to welcome them home and help them to become citizen members of the community and have their families feel welcome back in here. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. I want to leave you with a mission, our mission, like our mission, to remember that these service members risk their lives every day when they're out there, and just to remember that they're also people, and we have to remember to welcome them home and make them feel a part of the community again. And Monica, I'm glad we've been a part of this, and congratulations.
So this is why we let you all like have something to eat beforehand, because we do a lot of talking, right? So 2 more people we're going to hear from. I'd like to have, I don't know, is it going to be Derek or Jason come up and tell everybody about Youth Build? Jason. Because again, this is another program that you may not know a lot about, but you need to know about this because it's really instrumental in making changes in people's lives in Thurston County.
Way to surprise me. Cool. So yeah, I work for Community Youth Services, and CYS reaches out to youth in our community to help them reach their potential in lots of different ways. And through our Youth Build program, we help students get caught up on their education, students who have either struggled in school or dropped out of high school, and also learn employability skills through construction trades. So I'm actually going to bring Tim up here too. I'm going to get a partner up here. Spread the love a little bit. I appreciate that. See, we do things as a team at Youth Build. So over the last 2 years, we've gotten a chance to come out here and partner with Homes First and a lot of different organizations come out here and help rebuild this home here. So Monica, we're really excited to meet you today and have a chance for our students to get to see the finishing product of what they've done here. So Tim is our construction instructor, and he's in charge of the building process that goes out here. I just really want to thank the students, Matt Newton from Homes First, who used to be with Youth Build and then came out here to Homes First to work. So it's a great partnership for us, great opportunity for our kids to learn some great skills, and it's been a blessing to be a part of it. So anything you want to add to that?
Sure. This has been a great project for our students. This has lasted for 2 years, two years of our program. And so we've had approximately 60 students who have come through and had their hands on this house. And along the way, they got to learn some construction skills. They got to learn a little bit about what it means to be employable. And also along with that, they got to learn what it is to give back to your community. And I think the repercussions of that down the road as they take that into their adulthood will be very good for our community. And this will be something that they can drive by. I think you have to make yourself drive by because it's a dead end, so you don't come here by chance. But they will always be able to drive by here and know that they had a part in this. And so I think that it's a very much a win-win-win situation for the whole community. And I'd really like to thank the folks that made it possible and look forward to working with all of them again.
I'm Russ Carstensen. I'm president of the board of directors for Homes First. I was invited to speak. I was sitting here thinking of all kinds of things I could say. Usually when you're the last speaker, everybody has gone home before I get to my tremendous remarks. But the board of directors is that entity responsible for making sure that this cause continues. And we've had some changes in philosophy on how we do things and recognition that people need to have safe, secure housing in order to make progress in their lives. And it's an important thing to do, and anytime we buy a house, it's a 30-year commitment, which is on one hand nice. It means we'll be here tomorrow. And on the other hand, it means we've got to take care of this thing that we bought. So we have an excellent staff that backs up the board and its ideas. And the staff takes care of the day-to-day operation of the properties, attends to break and fix, because when you are the landlord for a property, it's the landlord's responsibility to fix things that break or fall apart. So we put them in good shape, bring them up to code, turn them over to people to live in them, and we kind of keep an eye on and help them along. One of the things we discovered in the last couple of years is nobody knows we exist. We're kind of a little green eye shade bookkeeper operation in the back room. We're not out touting what we do and how we go about it. So celebrations like this are one of the opportunities we now take to point out to the rest of the world that we do exist and that we're providing a vital function for the community And for that, I appreciate the work of Trudy and the rest of the staff. Thank you.
And thank you all for coming. Hope to see you all at our next big welcome home party. Have a great day, and if you'd like to come in, take a last look around, get something to eat. There's still food in here, more cupcakes. Thanks again.